श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुतरशत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुतरशत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्रुतरशत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। नितिल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अशतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धार्थ सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट महाभागवत श्री गोक्षर बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानुगौरी गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शार गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। um, श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। Sārārtha-darśinī वृत्ति की जय। श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीश्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायणेति नामिने। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तरभक्ताय नमो नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। शृण्वतं स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तन हृदन्तस्तो ह्यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतम्। नष्टप्रयेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नायमं चरणान्तिकम्। Bhaktya vihina aparada lakshai Kshiptashtakamaदितरङ्गमध्ये Kripa tvam sharanam prapanna Vrinde namaste charana ravindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Gargaraj ji, Dandavat Pranams, Bhavatarani Mataji, Pranams, Indira Mataji, Pranams. So, yeah, we continue on with our reading. Oh, I don't even need to share my video. The room's dark right now. Yeah, I'll just remove this. All right. So, oh my God, it is so cold right now. Look, it's 2 degrees Celsius. Isn't that crazy? And my room's really not different from outside. We don't have any kind of heating or anything. Okay. Well, let me go to Bhagavad Pravaha. Okay, so yesterday, oh yeah, I mentioned I was going to read Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada's commentary. I didn't prepare that though, and I need to get Folio on this computer. So, yeah, I can't do that this time, unfortunately. Anyhow, oh, dang it. I just spaced that out. Anyhow, Lord Balaram's unique pastimes. Once Balaram went to Vrindavan to meet Nanda, Yashoda, and other Vrajvasis. He reciprocated their love and affection and pacified the anguish of the gopis who were overwhelmed by feelings of separation from Krishna. Thus he stayed for 2 months. One day, Lord Balaram enjoyed pastimes in the forest with the gopis and called out to the Yamuna river for sporting in her waters. But Yamuna ignored his command. Balaram then started to pull Yamuna with his plow, splitting her into hundreds of rivulets. Trembling, the goddess Yamuna appeared and fell at his feet, praying for forgiveness. The Lord then entered her waters with his girlfriends and sported for some time. All right, that's where we are. So quick summary today. I might actually have, let me just check this. I might be able to still read. Let me just check my files, resources, archives of my old Kindle. Let's see, I might have Chaitanya Bhagavat in here. If I do, then we could read. Maybe it's under Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Yes, I have it. Let's see if I can. Oh, dang it, it's empty. Let me just search here. Chaitanya. My old Kindle. Our search isn't working. Wait 1 second. Let me just look a bit more. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Anyhow, I wonder if it's under. Oh, I found it. Oh, No, it doesn't seem like I can open it. That's too bad. Anyhow, sorry about that, guys. It's so strange I can't open this. Alright, so let's continue with our reading then. Oops, wrong book. Okay, chapter 66, Raka, the false Vasudeva. Let me just see if anybody else. Davida, the gorilla, wanted some revenge. So I can play it afterwards when we read it tomorrow. Haribo, Sudevi Didi, Haribo, and Madhavi Didi, and Krishna Karshini. Jai Ho. And Indira Mataji. Sorry, just. All right, let's begin. Chapter 66, Pondaraka, the false Vasudeva. Shri Shuka Uvacha, Nanda Vrajam Gate Rame, Karushadhipatir Nripa, Vasudevo Homitta Ityagyo, Dutam Krishnaya Prahinut. Shukadev Goswami said, O king, while Lord Balaram was away visiting Nanda's village of Vraj, the ruler of Kurusha, foolishly thinking, I am the supreme Lord Vasudeva, sent a messenger to Lord Krishna. Sārārtha-darśinī commentary by Śrīla Viśvanātha Cakravartī Ṭhākura. In this chapter, Pondaraka, the king of Kurusha, Pondaraka show his powers in the name of Vasudeva to cheat the people, and he sends a messenger to Dwarka. Krishna then annihilates Pondaraka, kills his friend and his friend's son, and burns down the city of Kashi with his disc. Since Balaram had gone to Vraj, Pondaraka stupidly thought that Krishna would be alone and therefore easy to challenge. Thus, he dared to send the Lord his crazy message, I am Vasudeva. Tvam Vasudevo Bhagavan avatirno jagatpati iti prasto bhito balar mena atmanamachutam. Pondaraka was emboldened by the flattery of childish men who told him, You are Vasudeva, the Supreme Lord and Master of the universe, who have now descended to the earth. He imagined himself to be the infallible personality of Godhead. Commentary. Pondaraka foolishly accepted the flattery of ignorant persons and thus considered himself the Supreme Lord. Dutam cha prahinon mana Krishnaya vyaktavartmane dvarakayam yata balo nripo bala krito buddha. Thus, slow-witted King Pondarak sent a messenger to the inscrutable Lord Krishna at Dwarka. Pondaraka was acting just like an unintelligent child whom other children are pretending is a king. Commentary. The reason Shukadev Goswami repeats here for the second time that Pondaraka sent a message to Sri Krishna is that the great sage was astonished at Pondaraka's extreme foolishness. Pondaraka was just like a child who is imagined to be a king by other children while playing. Dutastu dvarakam etya sabhayam astitam prabhum Krishna kamala patraksham rasandeshama bravit. Arriving in Dwarka, the messenger found lotus-eyed Krishna in his royal assembly and relayed the king's message to that almighty Lord. Vasudevo vatirnoham eka eva nachapara bhutanam anukampartham tvam tu mityabhidam tyaja. On Pondraka's behalf, the messenger said, I am the one and only Lord Vasudeva, and there is no other. It is I who have descended to this world to show mercy to the living beings. Therefore, give up your false name. Commentary. These verses relaying the message of Pondraka have another true meaning as revealed by Saraswati, the goddess of learning. The word avatirna descends, in the word avatirna descends, the prefix oops, the prefix has been deleted in accordance with grammatical rule as pointed out by the authority named Bhaguri. Therefore, the negative na can also be omitted. Thus, the meaning of Pondraka's statement is, I am not Vasudeva incarnate, but rather you alone and no one else are Vasudeva. Since you have descended to show mercy to the living beings, please make me give up my false designation, which is like that of an oyster claiming to be silver. Complying with his request, Krishna will say, I will certainly make you give up your false designation. Yani tvam asmach yani tvam asmachinani modhya bhashti satvata tyaktva hi mam charanam no chedehi mamahavam. O Satvata, give up my principles which out of foolishness you now carry, and come to me for shelter. If you do not, then you must give me battle. Commentary. Goddess Saraswati has inspired the following interpretation of Pondraka's words. Pondraka said, out of foolishness, I have assumed patient, disc, lotus, and club, and you are maintaining these by allowing me to use them. It is unjust that you have not yet subdued me or removed these imitation symbols. As the giver of you are the shelter and the protector from material demons like ourselves. Therefore, please, please tight with me. What? Tight with me? I don't know. Whatever. Please tight with me. Take away these symbols and mercifully grant me liberation by killing me. It's supposed to say fight. Please fight these symbols and mercifully grants me liberation by killing me. Shri Shuka Uvacha Atanang tar upanya Pondakasyalpada Ugrasena Daya Sabhya Ukar Jahususta. Shukadev Goswami said, King Ugrasen and the other members of the assembly laughed loudly when they heard this vain boasting of unintelligent Pondraka. Shadutam Bhagavan Parihasa Katam Anu Utsrakshe Mulnani Yaistvam Evam Vikatase. The personality of Godhead, after enjoying the jokes of the assembly, told the messenger to bring a message to his master. You fool, I will indeed let loose the weapons you boast of in this way. Krishna said, O fool, I will indeed let loose these weapons when we meet on the battlefield, and make you give up those symbols by which you falsely glorify yourself. Or I will throw my weapons, such as the Sudarshan disc, at you, and at those with whom you are talking. The Sanskrit word utsrakshe means I will hurl, throw, let loose, and abandon. Mukam tad apidhaya gya gridhravataya shayishyase hatastatra bhavita sharanam shunam. When you lie dead, O fool, your face covered by vultures, herons, and vata birds, you will become shelter of dogs. Commentary. Krishna said, the face from which you are now speaking will be covered by meat-eating herons, vultures, and vatas, those birds similar to herons. At that time, instead of being my shelter as you have demanded, you will be eaten by these low-born birds, and your body will become the shelter of dogs who eat it with pleasure. iti dutastamakshepam swamine sarvamahayat piratamasthaya kashim upajagam. The Lord thus spoken, the messenger conveyed his insulting reply to his master in its entirety. Krishna then mounted his chariot and went to the vicinity of Kashi. Pondrako pitara udyogam upalabhya maharata akshohini bhyam samyukto nishakrama puradrutam. Upon observing Lord Krishna's preparations for battle, the warrior Pondraka quickly went out of the city with 2 full military divisions. Tasya kashi patirmitam parshni grahyo grahon vayanripa akshohini tisri bhir apashyat Pondrakam hari Shankarasi gada sharanga Shrivatsyad Shrivatsyadya upalakshitam Bibhanam Kostubham Vanamala Vibhushitam Kosheya Vipite Vasanam Garudadvajam Mulya Mulya Haranam Spuran Makarpundalam. Pondraka's dear friend, the king of Kashi, followed behind, O king, leading the rear guard with 3 Okshahini divisions. Lord Krishna saw that Pondraka was carrying the Lord's insignia, such as the conch shell, disc, sword, and club, and also imitation Chargapo and a Srivatsa mark. He wore a mock kostubajam, was decorated with a garland of forest flowers, and was dressed in upper and lower garments of fine yellow silk. His banner bore the image of Garuda, and he wore a valuable crown and gleaming shark earrings. Wow, that guy really has guts. Krishna saw that commentary. Krishna saw that Pondraka was wearing a crown and imitation ornaments, and had the image of Garuda on his flank. Drishva tang atmanastulyam vesham kritrimamastitam yatha natam rangagatam vijahasa bhrisham hari. Lord he laughed heartily when he saw how the king had dressed up an exact imitation of his own appearance, just like an actor on a stage. Shulargada parighai Shaktirishti prasato Asivi patisharpanai praha arohim. Enemies of Lord attacked him with tridents, bludgeons, pikes, rishtis, barbed darts, lances, swords, axes, and arrows. Krishna stutat pundrakakashi rajayor balangajasyandanavajipatimat kadasi kreshu virar artayat yatha yugante hutabhuk pritak praja. But Lord Krishna fiercely struck back at the army of Pondraka and Kashiraj, consisted of elephants, chariots, cavalry, and infantry. The Lord tormented his enemies with his club, sword, sudarshan disc, and arrows, just as the fire of annihilation torments the various kinds of creatures at the end of a cosmic age. Commentary. Krishna attacks them like the fire of annihilation. Like the fire of annihilation, attack all types of living entities without discrimination. Ayodhanavaji kunjara dvipat karoshtarar arinavakanditai baho chitamoda vahang manasam akridanam bhuta pater im. The battlefield, strewn with the dismembered chariots, horses, elephants, Humans, mules, and camels that had been cut to pieces by the Lord's disc weapon shone like the gruesome playground of Lord Bhutapati, giving pleasure to the wise. Bhutapati is the Lord of hosts, right? Um, I like how humans are just there's chariots, horses, elephants, humans, mules, camels. They're just kind of mixed in. Commentary. The battlefield appeared splendid, strewn with chariots and other objects like Krishna's disc. Other objects like humans. Ataha pondrakam jorir po pondrakayar bhavan tavakyena mam aha tanyastra. Lord Krishna then addressed Pondraka. My dear Pondraka, the very weapons you spoke of through your messenger, I now release unto you. Tyaj Tyajayishe bidhanang me yat tvayagya mrishadhritam prajami sharanam tedya adinechami sangyugam. O fool, now I shall make you renounce my name, which you have falsely assumed. And I will certainly take shelter of you if I do not wish. I will I will certainly wish to take shelter of you if I do not wish to fight you. Itikshiptva shitarbanar virati kritya pondrakam shiro vrishad ratangena vajranendro yatagire. Having thus derided Pondraka, Lord Krishna destroyed his chariot with his sharp arrows. The Lord then cut off his head with the Sudarshan disc, just as Lord Indra lops off a mountain with his thunderbolt weapon. Haribo! Tatha kashi pate kayach chira utkritya patribhi nyapat nyapatayat kashipuryam parmakosham ivanila. With his arrows, Lord Krishna similarly severed Kashiraja's head from his body, sending it flying into Kashi city like a lotus flower thrown by the wind. Commentary. Why did Krishna throw Kashiraja's head into the city? The reason is as follows. As he went off to battle, the king of Kashi had promised the citizens, My dear residents of Kashi, today I will bring the enemy's head into the midst of the city. Have no doubt of this. The king's sinful, proud queens had also boasted to their maidservants, Today our master will certainly bring the head of the Lord of Dwarka. For this reason, the playful Lord Sri Krishna threw the king's head into the city of Kashi to astonish the inhabitants. Evam matsarinam hatva pondrakam sasakam hari dvarakam avishat siddhar yamana katamrita. Having thus killed the envious Pondraka and his ally, Lord Krishna returned to Dwarka. As he entered the city, the Siddhas of heaven chanted his immortal nectarian glories. Sa nityang bhagavadhyana pradvasta kila bandhana bibhranascha hare rajan swarupam tanmayo bhavat. By constantly meditating upon the Supreme Lord, Pondraka shattered all his material bonds. Indeed, by imitating Lord Krishna's appearance, O king, he ultimately became Krishna conscious. Commentary. He is Krishna's biggest fan. By continually meditating on the four-handed form of the Lord, Pondraka achieved Sarupya Mukti and was promoted to the Vaikuntha planets, where the devotees have the same bodily features as Vishnu, with 4 hands holding the 4 symbols, Shankha, Gada, Padma, Chakra. So he almost got what he wanted. He got to have a real Shankha, Gada, Padma, and Chakra instead of fake ones. Only thing he didn't get was, well, he didn't get the Kostuba gem and he didn't get the Srivatsa. Shirapatitamālokya rajadvare sukundalam kim idam kasya va vaktram iti sangshishire jana. Seeing a head decorated with earrings lying at the gates of the royal palace, the people present were puzzled. Some of them asked, "What is this?" And others said, "It is a head, but whose is it?" Commentary. First they asked, "What is this?" And then they doubted, "Whose head is it?" Ragya kashi pater gyatva hishya putra bandhava paurashcha hata rajan natanate prarudan. My dear king, when they recognized it as the head of their king, the lord of Kashi, his queen's sons and other relatives, along with all citizens of the city, began to cry pitifully. Alas, we are killed! O my lord! O my lord! Sudakshinastasya sutta kritva sangsta vidim pate nihatya pitrihantaram yasyamya pachitim pitu ityatmana abhisandhaya sopadhyaya maheshwaram sudakshinorchayam asa paramena samadhina. After the king's son Sudakshina had performed the obligatory funeral rituals for his father, he resolved within his mind, "Only by killing my father's murderer can I avenge his death." Thus, the charitable Sudakshina, together with his priests, began worshipping Lord Maheshwar with great attention. One second, I just want to make sure everything is running okay. All right. Oh no, looks like I've been having connection issues. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, Haribol Raseshwari Mataji. It's better now though, huh? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. There isn't really much I can do about that. Haribol Prajumna Prabhu and Mantramurti Mataji. Prito vimukte bhagavang stasmai varam adar vibhu pitri hantri vadopayam savavre savavre varamipsitam. Satisfied by the worship, the powerful Lord Shiva appeared in the sacred precinct of Avimukta and offered Sudakshina his voice of benedictions. The prince chose as his benediction a means to slay his father's killer. Commentary. Mahadev Shiva asked Sudakshina, the king's son, to choose a boon. Akshinagnim parichara brahmanai samamrit vijam abhichara vidhanena sachagni pramatharvrita sadayishyati sankalpam abramanye prayojita ityadishtas tata chakre krishnaya bhicharam vrati. Lord Shiva told him, accompanied by Brahmins, serve the Dakshagni fire, the original priest, following the injunctions of the Abhichara ritual. Then then the Dakshinagni fire, together with many pramatas, will fulfill your desire if you direct it against someone inimical to the Brahmins. So instructed, Sudakshina strictly observed the ritualistic vows and invoked the Abhichara against Lord Krishna. Commentary. Lord Shiva said, serve the Dakshina Agnim, the Dakshina fire, which is like the priest who carries out rituals on his own behalf. This is confirmed in the Rig Veda first verse. Yagyasya Devam Ritvijam. The fire is the Ritvijam, or Lord of the sacrifice. When Shiva said the Dakshinagni fire should only be used against one inimical to Brahmins, he hinted that used against Krishna, who maintains the Brahmins, the fire would have the opposite effect. Hearing that Brahmins offer obeisances to Krishna, Sudakshina foolishly thought that since Krishna was greedy for respect from the Brahmins, that he had no respect for the Brahmins. Tatognir utita kundan murtiman atibhishana taptatamra shikashma shurur angarodhakari locha sorry angarodhkari lochana Dangshtra grabru kuti danda katorasya sajivaya alihan srikvani nagno vidhun shikam jvalat. Thereupon the fire rose up out of the altar pit, assuming the form of an extremely fearsome naked person. That fiery creature's beard and tuft of hair were like molten copper, and his eyes emitted blazing hot cinders. His face looked most frightful, with its fangs and terrible arched and furrowed brows. As he licked the corners of his mouth with his tongue, the demon shook his flaming trident. Parbhyam tala pramanabhyam kampayan avanitalam so sobhyatavad vrito bhutar dvarakam pradhan disha. As legs as tall as palm trees, the monster raced toward Dwarka in the company of ghostly spirits, shaking the ground and burning the world in all directions. Commentary. Turning towards Dwarka, the fiery demon ran forward, burning up the directions. Tam abhicharadahanam ayantam dwarakokasa vilokya tatrasu sarve vanadahe mrigayatha. Seeing the approach of the fiery demon created by the Abhichara ritual, the residents of Dwarka were all struck with fear, like animals terrified by a forest fire. One second, I just want to make sure I'm connected to. Yeah, yeah. Commentary. Seeing him approaching from a distance, the residents of Dwarka became frightened, like animals terrified by a forest fire. Akshay sabhayam kridantam bhagavantam bhayatura trahi trahi trilokesha vahne pradahata puram. Distraught with fear, the people cried out to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who was then playing at dice in the royal court. Save us! Save us, O Lord of the three worlds, from this fire burning up the city. Commentary. They cried out, please save us! Please save us! Shrutva taj jana vaiklavyam Drishtva swanam cha sadvasam Sharanya samprahasyaha ma bhaishte davitasmaham. When Lord Krishna heard the people's agitation and saw that even his own men were disturbed, that most worthy giver of shelter simply laughed and told them, do not fear, I shall protect you. I shall protect you. Commentary. Seeing the bewilderment of the citizens of the city and the fear in its rulers, the Yadavas, who, though his own, the Yadavas, let me reread that. Seeing the bewilderment of the citizens of the city and the fear of its rulers, the Yadavs, who, though his own men did not know the cause of that fire, Krishna spoke. Sorry, I couldn't read that one. Sarvasyantar Bahir Shakshi Krityamaheshwaram vibhu vighatartam parshvastam chakramadishat. The Almighty Lord, the internal and external witness of all, understood that the monster had been produced by Lord Shiva from the sacrificial fire. To defeat the demon, Krishna dispatched his disc weapon, who was waiting at his side. Commentary. Shri Krishna, playing the part of a king, was enjoying a gambling match and did not want to be disturbed by such an insignificant matter as the attack of a fiery demon. So Krishna simply ordered his disc weapon to take the necessary steps. I'm in the middle of a game. Sudarshan, do your thing. Tatsurya koti pratim. Oh, sorry. Tatsurya koti pratimam sudarshanam. Jajvalayamanam pralayanal. Jajvala. Jajvalyamanam pralayanala prabham. Satejasa kam kakubodhasi. Chakram kundastram atangnim ardayat. That Sudarshan, the disc weapon of Lord Mukunda, blazed forth like millions of suns. His effulgence blazed like the fire of, universal annihilation, and with his heat, he pained the sky, all the directions, heaven and earth, and also the fiery demon. Commentary. Spreading out through heaven and earth, Krishna's Sudarshan chakra tormented the fiery demon. Krityanala pratihata saratangapanir astrojasa sandripabhagna mukho nivritta varanasim parisamitya sudakshinang tang sartvig janam samadadahat swakrito bhichara. Frustrated by the power of Lord Krishna's weapon, O king, the fiery creature produced a black magic. The fiery creature produced by black magic turned his face away and retreated. Created for violence, the demon then returned to Varanasi, where he surrounded the city and then burned Sudakshina and his priests to death, even though Sudakshina was his creator. Chakram cha Vishnus taranu pravishtam Varanasim sarta sabhalayapanam sagopurata lakakoshta sankulam sakoshahastashvaratan shalinim. Lord Vishnu's disc also entered Varanasi in pursuit of the fiery demon and proceeded to burn the city to the grounds, including all its assembly halls and residential palaces with raised porches, its numerous marketplaces, gateways, watchtowers, warehouses, and treasuries, and all the buildings housing elephants, horses, chariots, and grains. Tagdva Varanasim Sarvam Vishnus. No, sorry. Tagdva Varasinam Sarvam Vishnus Chakram Sudarshanam Bhuya Parshvam Upatishtat Krishnasya Klishtakarmana. After burning down the entire city of Varanasi, Lord Vishnu's Sudarshan Chakra returned to the side of Sri Krishna, whose actions are effortless. Ya enam shavayen martya uttama shloka vikramam samahito vashrinuyat sarva papai pramuchate. Any mortal who recounts this heroic pastime of Lord Uttama Shlokas, or who simply hears it attentively, will become freed of all sins. Thus ends the commentary on the 66th chapter of the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam, for the pleasure of the devotees in accordance with the previous acharyas. All right, so tomorrow we will read chapter 67. Lord Balaram slays Dvivida the gorilla. And actually, tomorrow I'm not going to be. I'm leaving. I'm leaving tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning to a program for a program in Delhi. But this chapter is very short, and so I'll just read it today. I'll pre-record the video and I'll make the video go live tomorrow, so that so I'll read tomorrow as well, but it will be pre-recorded. And then after I'll play Bhavatarani Mataji's album. Dvida the gorilla wanted some revenge. Krishna killed Vamasura. Anyways, that song is so much fun. So I'll play that at the end of the reading also. All right. Haribo, Mr. Ravinda Didi, and Rukmini Didi, and Sudevi Didi, Prajumna Prabhu. Haribo, everybody. Oh yes, Gargaraj ji. I was about to message you actually. Just yeah, I was going to message you after this reading to invite you to come. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhar Vikagiri Dhari Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Viranta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimar Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimar Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashutara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Pravishta Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākura ki jai. Nitya Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupa Nuvagoriya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhattadash Raghunath Shad Gosai Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Nama Acharya Shila Haridas Ṭhākura ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gora Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yoga Maya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Śrīla Viśvanātha Cakravartī Ṭhākura ki jai. Sārārtha-darśinī commentary ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyaya Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Okay, interesting. Rukmini Didi says, Bengal is little mentioned in early scriptures, except King Pondraka came from there, so his name indicates. Okay, interesting. All right, Dandavat pranams, everybody. See you all tomorrow. Jai Shri Radhe. Haribol Rukmini Didi. And Indira Mataji, everybody. Jai Shri Radhe. See you tomorrow.